Welcome everyone to my channel called Harbi Kafir, brought to you by the Dar el Harb Center for Islamic Studies and me, your host, Harbi Kafir. So however you found this channel, it is my most fervent hope that you will return to learn more about the ideology that attempts to pass itself off as the religion of peace, Islam, and how it affects us folks known in Islam as Kafirs. This episode is more than just inspired by, it's more like stolen from another YouTube educator that I greatly admire. He has some of the shortest videos out there on the YouTube on the subject of Islam, and they pack in a bunch of information about what we Kafirs should know about Islam into what is a watchable bit of viewing time for most folks. Of course, the esteemed educator from YouTube to whom I refer is the founder of the Political Islam channel and politicalislam.com, Dr. Bill Warner, whose surname is a nom de plume for what he strives to be for the non-Islamic world, one who warns. And in the process, he's become one of my heroes. Also, his name is a play on Quranic verses like this one, Surah 26, verse 115, which says, "I am only a plain warner." So using the words of the warner himself comes this episode from the Dar el Harb Center for Islamic Studies on dualism, with Dr. Warner's short explanation from his "Why is Islam So Puzzling" video from a few years back. And I am paraphrasing the good doctor here. Islam is puzzling because it seems so contradictory. Everyone has heard Quran verses like, "You have your religion and I have mine. Let there be no compulsion in religion." That all seems very nice and good, and there are verses in the Quran that are really quite beautiful. But then there are other verses that refer to jihad, beheading, torture, killing, cutting off hands and feet, laying in ambush. And this brings the thing to mind. Well, which is Islam? Is it the good or is it the bad? The answer is yes. As you'll see, dualism is the essence of Islam. Dualism refers to the fact that Islam always has two points of view. They contradict each other, and they are both right. For instance, Muhammad, bless his little heart, preached the religion of Islam in Mecca for 13 years and only persuaded 150 Arabs or so to become Muslims. Then he went to Medina at the insistence of the Meccans, whereupon he became a jihadist. And as such, when he died, every Arab was a Muslim. Well, is Islam peace? Well, yes. Is Islam jihad? Yes. But Harbi, you might ask, those contradict each other. That's the nature of dualism. They're both right simultaneously. Islam has peace when needed and jihad when needed. For instance, there's also the business of how to treat women. One of the hadith, the traditions of Muhammad, peace be upon him, is do not strike Allah's handmaidens. In other words, don't beat women. But then there are other hadith which dictate how the beating is to be done. So which is it? Yes, that is the answer. Islam stands for the rights of women not to be beaten, and it stands for the rights of them to be beaten. This is dualism. Don't ask the question, which is correct? Instead, just recognize the fact that Islam is dualistic and contradictory, and it has whatever answer it needs when it needs it. That's the nature of dualism. A huge thank you goes out to Dr. Bill Warner, PhD, for that wonderful explanation. His honorary chair emeritus awaits him at the Dar el Harb Center for Islamic Studies, because I've learned a great deal by reading his books and watching his videos. I highly suggest, as I have done in another video, that you get these wonderful little books of his right here to help you learn more about Islam. And one of those things you will learn as you study Islam is you're already a kafir. Might as well be a warner. Please leave your comments below, and remember, know Islam, my fellow kafirs, so there is no submission.
Allah